Hello, Ray Phoenix here. Welcome to Let's Play Ape Escape 3 Part 17. So we're going after the Specter final boss, which is supposed to be the final boss of the game. And all we were able to get is just a flying turtle. Yeah, it's a crappy flying turtle. We're going to stand on it while Yumi pilots it, and we're going to have to shoot stuff at that Specter robot. That robot's climbing up the tower like it thinks it's frickin' King Kong or something. But so first we're going to have to dodge a bunch of blasts and attacks it's going to give us, and then when we get the opportunity to do so, we can use the Wild West kid to shoot at those keys. But of course the characters in the game don't exactly know that yet, so that's why we're not doing something yet. So it's like in Star Fox, they say they have to examine a weakness for the boss, and then once the boss's weakness is examined, then it allows you to attack the boss. But until then, we just fly around. We have to go on this ride. It might as well be a ride at like one of those VR rides or some ride at some overly high-tech park where it plays very ominous sounding, like it sounds like industrial ominous sounding music while we head around the Specter boss. Doesn't sound epic at all, just it sounds more ominous than anything else. It's not really epic or memorable. It would be cool if it played Specter's theme during this fight or something like that, like it did in the first Ape Escape, or played something like cool. I actually think Ape Escape 2 had a really good final boss music. I think was really, like top-notch. And in fact, the Ape Escape 2 soundtrack overall wasn't nowhere near as good as Ape Escape 1 free soundtrack. It's really good for Ape Escape 2. Ape Escape 2 did have a lot of memorable music, more memorable music than most people give it credit for. So now we know what the weakness is. Now, so we destroyed one of those keys, and we keep getting morph energy from these enemies. They keep throwing enemies at us, which enemies are actually good in our park, because enemies give us health and morph energy that we could use to, replenish our morph gear. So you just have to play Robotron 2084 right here as we run around and dodge stuff and blast anything that comes within a distance of us, like those guard robots. Those guard teleports seem to be the worst, so they have those two mega laser cannons, but they're still just as weak as any other weapon, especially if the Wild West kid. The Wild West kid completely murders these things. I should have used the Wild West kid into Moki City when those guard things were coming after us and they were spamming us with those laser blast weapons. I could have obliterated them easy with the Wild West kid. The Wild West kid may very well be the greatest thing you can morph into in this game. There's a single one. That's silly because it has guns, which are two gun weapons, which are really good at shooting things from far off distances. They're actually really good at stunning monkeys from far distances. I couldn't think of it now. This game could have been way easier if I just constantly used the Wild West kid every opportunity that I got. It's very much like the Metal Blade from Mega Man 2, like this game's version, the Metal Blade of Mega Man 2. This game does have a very strong emphasis on the different things it can morph into rather than gadgets, which is what Ape Escape 1 and 2 emphasized on. This game has all the same gadgets as Ape Escape 1. Doesn't really emphasize as much on the fact that you get gadgets. It's almost like assuming you've played other Ape Escape games before, you know what gadgets are what. These are just your typical standard gadgets that we've been getting ever since the first game. I don't even think those blasts could hit me because they're so high up. If K was taller, he probably would hit us, but now we're not tall enough to get hit. But it's actually an advantage to being kind of short. Being short actually does have more advantages sometimes than being tall. So all we really need to do here, there's this trans head that looks like it's the head of a transformer or something like that. We just need to stand here and blast those keys on the side, those wind-up keys, while we dodge these turrets, these 5 turrets. Man, this head is really durable. I keep blasting the crap out of it. It doesn't seem to be indicating that it's getting attacked or anything like that. Maybe some few swings the stun club might, they might do something. I'm pretty sure the stun club, just a hit from the stun club is probably more powerful than a hit from one of those bullets, mostly because the gun I have is pretty much a BB gun, so of course the stun club is going to do a lot more damage than that. There, look at that. I weakened it so much it got down to 1 hit. See how we revealed where Specter is? Look at that, 1 hit. It's really that weak. That's the build quality of McDonald's Happy Meal toy. It also reminds me a bit of those robot toys that look like discount bargain bin transformers that I got at a kid's meal from some restaurant I went to a long time ago. I remember back when restaurants would emphasize giving out toys to kids instead of even sit-down restaurants. The same kind that give kids crayons to play with. It's so they could color or draw stuff while they wait. I don't know if restaurants still do that these days. I don't really go to restaurants like that much anymore. For a long time ago, that was something restaurants would do a lot. And now it's time we finally face off with Specter. Specter's left in his throne chair, his flying throne chair that he's had ever since the first game. He's had this chair since the first game, and now we're going to fight him in it once again. Only this time around, I don't think we're expected to just aim at the sling back shooters. Now, it's more like similar to the Ape Escape 2 play. We just have to dodge his attacks and give him a hit when we get the chance. But look at that, we could use the Wild West kit again. Wild West kid's really good at blasting down this version of Specter. This is actually probably the easiest Specter boss in any Ape Escape game ever. No, seriously, this game does have the easiest Specter bosses. Remember back in Ape Escape 1, we had to fight a long series of bosses before we could get to Specter, so the bosses are actually quite challenging. Clearly, those people forgot about that when they made this game. Or maybe they thought that was a bit, like going up, like running the gauntlet would be a bit much for a game like this. But I don't think it would have been. I think they still could have done something like that in this game had you go against a gauntlet of bosses before you could actually get to the final Specter boss. And then there's still a lot of remaining monkeys left too. They could have done more of that in this game with the remaining monkeys. Maybe the remaining monkeys, the monkeys you didn't capture the first time around, are going to form some kind of army that could still be used to take over the world. Well, no, that's kind of what they've implied since the first Ape Escape, because it's not possible to capture every monkey in this game. There's still a lot of monkey capturing I've yet to do. This game actually has more monkey capturing after the first time you beat Specter than there is in any other Ape Escape game before. More monkey capturing, more like going through levels, like really digging deep into the bowels of each and every level. There, so now Specter finally got knocked off that really flimsy chair. I guess they don't build it like they used to. Or maybe it's just that broken down from being destroyed so many times in the past.
We did it, Kay! Yeah! But I can't seem to shake this feeling that I've forgotten something.
Yeah! What could it be?
Hey, Kay! What do you think you're laughing at?
Wait just a minute, boys and girls. Have you forgotten about the chop rocket? If we don't do something, the Earth will be split in two.
Oh, right!
Not to worry, though. Who better to stop the chop rocket than I, its creator? There is a spacecraft down on the lower deck. You two can use it to get back to Earth. Hurry now. Go. There's no time.
Okay, we're relying on you.
See you later, Wig Dude!
Good luck, Dr. Tomoki!
Until we meet again, leave this thing up to me. I lied. We'll never meet again. Once the rocket has been engaged, it cannot be stopped. Unless, that is, I use the self-destruct system that's mounted in this space station.
Identity confirmed. Beginning self-destruct sequence.
Computer, status report on the escape rocket.
Status launched.
Okay, self-destruct sequence B, start. My, I haven't felt so good about myself in years. I'm so glad that I met you. Kay, Yumi, thank you. Goodbye. Why, if it isn't number 1182. So you've come to spend our last few minutes together? Silly little thing. Here we go.
Kay, the space station!
Dr. Tomoki!
So this game goes back to how it was in the first game, where it shows stuff during the credits. There's a meteor shower of pieces of the space station being rained down. It actually shows really nice illustrations that look like stuff out of mangas. And look, there's Spike and Jimmy kicking down the Specter statue. You notice that Spike Stunt Club looks like the one he had the first game, and not the ones from Ape Escape 2 and Pre. They really did put a lot of attention to detail there. It's kind of like that scene in Return of the Jedi where they kick down in the remastered version, they kick down that statue of the Emperor. Hero, yeah, they appear on this. Kay and Yumi appear on the front cover of Hero magazine, and we didn't really see Dr. Phil as much in this game. Dr. Phil really learned to keep his distance in this game. And look at that, now he's just playing with that Spectre. He still has a peak point helmet on his head. Another monkey still have the helmets on their head. When they ever move those upon them getting captured? I don't know. So Kay and Yumi are rushing back to their home. And something's going to happen when they get home. Of course, Urzaki is going to reward them or congratulate them. Oh, you did it! You really, give him congratulations. I remember Mega Man and Bass had end credits like this. Only while it would show the credits, it actually did have like text stating what's going on, but it was all in Japanese. I haven't figured out how to get the translation patches to work on Mega Man and Bass. Oh, there's something going on. Oh, look, somehow Dr. Tomoki and that one teleborg he was with somehow survived the destruction of the space station. And he's just hiding in the bushes, waiting to jump out at us when we least expect it and scare us. Only they don't seem scared at all. They actually seem glad that Dr. Tomoki, the reformed Dr. Tomoki, is, back there. We was assumed he would get killed, but he didn't get killed. Because these types of characters never get killed in games. They always make it like the three characters never really get killed. So it doesn't waste their characters. So they could, forever be, in future games. If there were any future games, that is. Teleborg. Yeah, he's a reformed Teleborg as like a pet. And Dr. Phil just randomly runs into the photo to join in on the photo. And same with Natalie. We barely saw those characters in this game, and yet they like to get a place in the spotlight. I don't know, maybe they were intended to be in the game more, but somehow they made that final photo before they actually decided to remove them from the game. So we get a new minigame around the incredibly overrated Metal Gear Solid. And then there's this secret information. We press all those buttons so we can type the code in. I'll probably be doing that. Typing that code to unlock that secret monkey we'll be taking on. So that's the first. So that's Ape Escape 3 is, well, there's still a lot left we have to do in this game, and that'll be in the next part. This is Ray Phoenix, signing out.